Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline and fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to talk about DC Rebirth top 5 most anticipated books. That's right, guys. We continue this week-long event leading up into the weekend until we get all this great DC news. But even though we don't have any creative teams or artwork yet on these books, this is just a rough draft of what my highly most anticipated books are, and it's very fitting for my list because this is what I got into while reading the New 52 and before the New 52 came out. So let's kick it off and let's start with number 5. My number 5 most anticipated book from DC Rebirth is Green Arrow issue number 1. That's right, guys. This book does come out twice a month, like a lot of these books do. But this book will be interesting to see if it finally develops some kind of consistency. That's why I'm highly anticipating who the creative team is going to be on here, and if we just finally stick to a direction. When New 52 came out, we had Green Arrow, different armor, different suit, different Ollie Queen, and then we changed it with Jeff Lemire's run where it became a little bit more dark, where a lot of people did enjoy that run because of Andrea Sorrentino's artwork, and then we switched to more of the TV show adaptation for a story arc, and now we get to this whole werewolf type of thing of Ollie Queen. So what direction is it going to go? Is it going to go and follow more of the TV show? Is it going to go before pre-New 52? So that will be interesting to see where Green Arrow goes. So I'm definitely highly anticipating that book. Alright, so let's move on to number 4. And that one goes to Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 1. Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to this book as well because it looks like we get to see Hal Jordan possibly be in control of the Green Lantern Corps once again. And who is going to be in his corps will be the interesting thing. What I'm waiting for here is Kyle Rayner to make his return. Will he be part of this corps? Will he be in charge of Guy Gardner and Kilowog and all the other core members that we have seen over the years? And it will be very interesting to see who the artwork will be on this title. Of course, I love Van Sciver as doing Green Lantern books, but I'm not sure if he will be on this book. But it will be cool to see how lead a Green Lantern Corps once again, as we have not seen that in a while since in his latest form he's wearing a trench coat and he's wearing the gauntlet and he's been on his own. So great to see this coming back together again. Alright, so next we'll go to number 3, and number 3 most anticipated book goes to Green Lanterns issue number 1. And now it's very specific where Green Lantern Corps said Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, and this book says Green Lanterns number 1. So obviously there's going to be more than one lantern in here, but I have a feeling that based off of we get in the curtain of Rebirth, we get to see a female Green Lantern, which has to be Jessica Cruz. That's the only thing that I'm thinking of at this point. And it would be cool to see her in her own Green Lantern book, maybe learning the ropes from the other Green Lanterns or whatnot, and to see her character get fleshed out more. We've got to see her in Justice League quite a bit, but she's been kind of heavily weighed down by all the other events that's surrounding her. And right now she's corrupted by Power Ring, so hopefully she breaks through and then she winds up becoming her own Green Lantern. So I would love them to explore that character more and see what adventures she goes through and what other characters she teams up with. Again, as long as Kyle Rayner is in one of these books, I'll be truly happy about that. But this is a good exploration of this new female Green Lantern here. Alright, so what makes number 2 on the list? Well, number 2 goes to Justice League issue number 1. this is one of my favorite books that have come out of the New 52. I am a huge fan of it. I love Geoff Johns' writing. It will be interesting to see who will actually write and draw this book. As we got Jason Fabok, who currently draws it, and Geoff Johns that currently writes it. I don't know if it's going to be as good as the New 52 book. I love all the stories from here, whether it's the Dark Side War, where it was Forever Evil, all those other issues in between. I just loved it, and it was always the book that, for me, felt consistent, and I looked forward to it each and every month. The other cool thing is to see who is actually going to be on the team. There are so many characters, and yes, there is your traditional Justice League members out there, but they could throw all different types of people out there. Will they stay true to the movie, since the movie is getting ready to come out in the future and we're getting to see the dawn of justice, or will they just stay true to the comic form here and go back to pre-New 52 style, or mix in, the characters from both universes? It's still yet to be determined, and again, we should find out a little bit more this week, but that's what gets number 2. Alright, so what gets number 1? Well, it's not a monthly series, it's a one-issue book, but it has to go to the 80-page Rebirth special that comes out on May 25th. That's right, fans. The book is only $2.99 and it's 80 pages. Geoff Johns is writing it. There's different artists on there like Ethan Van Sciver and Ivan Rice, and I cannot wait for this because supposedly there's going to be a moment in here that is the most controversial moment in DC since Dan Didio has taken over DC Comics. So I cannot wait for that, to see how this whole thing kicks off. I can see it now. People blogging about it all over the place on YouTube and comic book sites and on Comic Frontline. I'm sure we're going to be all over it, and we're going to talk about it on Comic Frontline, and it's going to be absolutely outstanding. And it'll be awesome to see if we agree or we disagree. So that's why this one gets number 1 book, number 1 most anticipated Rebirth book of all these books, just because of what it's going to offer for the readers, and this is the thing that kicks off this entire Rebirth event. So there you guys have it. There is Mike Spider Slayer's top 5 most anticipated Rebirth books. So guys, in the comments below, tell me what you guys want as your top books, or which books you're highly most anticipated and what you want to see out of Rebirth. And fans, until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and thanks for watching Comic Frontline, and don't forget to check out the rest of the group's Rebirth videos. So take care, fans. See you real soon. Bye.